Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. So glad you're here today as we look at the best tax software for 2022. Let's get right down to it. 2021 was supposed to be the year of returning to normalcy, right? Remember? But the effects of the pandemic, economic turmoil just continued to kind of ripple through the economy. These changes inevitably affect tax returns. Unemployment claims slowly fell to pre-pandemic levels, good news, but many people will still need to claim unemployment income on their 2021 returns. A lot of parents are in situations where they need to reconcile payments received with their expected annual refund. Some people will need to claim the recovery rebate credit to get their third stimulus check. And these are only the changes due to external factors. New economic trends and choices also mean that a lot of filers have added to the complexity of their tax returns. The rise of meme stocks and crypto trading means that there are more people who fall into the investors category. And the trends toward self-employment in the gig economy have only gained momentum. Newly self-employed people will need to learn the ropes related to claiming legitimate deductions. Okay, with all that said, we've been reviewing all the major options this season, including TurboTax, H&R Block, Tax Act, Tax Slayer, Cash App Taxes, formerly Credit Karma Tax, Free Tax USA, Tax Hawk, and so much more. If there's something you think we've missed, please feel free to reach out to us. Or maybe you don't know which is best for you. Let us know. We've seen them all, so we'll just try to point you in the right direction. Let's take a look at the best overall tax software first. The best overall tax software category represents the software that's good or great at almost, everything. But basically, these are the main utility picks, regardless of your situation. You'll have to pay a high price point to use some of these programs, but they simplify tax filing no matter what your situation is. Our overall winner, drum roll please. I can hear it. TurboTax. So TurboTax is hands down the easiest tax software to use. It's expensive, but it makes tax filing dead simple. In many cases, filers can simply connect the two accounts, import some files to complete tax filing. That's it. We're particularly impressed by TurboTax's integrations with Coinbase, QuickBooks, and most major brokerage companies. Our runner-up, H&R Block. Every year, we're impressed by H&R Block's incredible functionality. This year is no different. It doesn't boast integrations with Coinbase, but filers can easily import their W-2 and 1099 forms. The clean user interface and question and answer guidance make H&R Block an excellent option for most people. H&R Block is somewhat less expensive than TurboTax and equally usable, unless you're a crypto trader. Let's take a look at the best free tax software. We have a whole podcast devoted to this, by the way, just specifically for free tax software. If you qualify for a free file, you need to be taking advantage of it. Unfortunately, free filing software is something of a unicorn. Only one company, Cash App Taxes, offers free filing for all users in 2021. It was formerly Credit Karma Tax, just so you know. With that in mind, these are the two most robust free filing programs in 2021. If you think you should qualify for free filing, be careful. Read the section on maximizing credits and deductions as well. While many tax programs advertise free filing, most don't deliver. You don't want to start filing with one software only to be forced into an upgrade. Ugh. Just search at thecollegeinvestor.com for best free tax software. You'll find the article to read. Our winner for best free tax software, we've already touched on it, Cash App Taxes. They are the only major software program that provides free state and federal filing for most tax situations. The semi-guided navigation and freebies, like audit defense, make Cash App Taxes software that's tough to overlook. It's just really good. Active traders, no, you're not going to like the Cash App Taxes user experience. But most other filers will enjoy the free price point, of course, and excellent user experience. Our runner-up, H&R Block Free Edition. In 2022, H&R Block Online free online tax filing has an incredible user experience and an expansive definition of free filing. In 2022, filers can snap a photo of their W-2 and complete filing in just a few minutes. The free tier also supports Social Security and unemployment income. It also supports child tax credit, education credit, student loan interest deductions. It's pretty cool. It also expands to the Earned Income Tax Credit, EIC. Unfortunately, though, not everybody's going to qualify for free filing with H&R Block. For example, those with daycare expenses, HSA contributions, rental income, self-employment income, or capital gains are going to have to pay to upgrade. Moving right along to the best tax software for maximizing credits and deductions. Historically speaking, we've called this category the best software for itemizers. However, the 19 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act led to fewer people needing to itemize. Although few people itemize their taxes, a lot of people still need to maximize credits and deductions. The tax software programs have managed to separate these people into a paid tier. The following situations offer opportunities to claim deductions or credits that actually don't require itemizing. Paid student loan interest, paid for higher education expenses, contributed to a retirement account, paid child or dependent care expenses, you contributed up to $300 in charitable expenses and you don't plan to itemize, you contributed to an HSA, and more. Tax filers regularly feel upset and cheated when they got to upgrade to pay to claim these deductions and credits. Ugh. So these two programs actually don't force you to upgrade to complete your tax returns and claim the refund you deserve. Our winner, going to be saying this name a lot, Cash App Taxes. Cash App Taxes offers free federal and state tax filing for all users. The user experience is excellent. Users don't have to worry about paying for upgrades, and the free filing software is ideal for users who don't need to maximize their refund and maybe even have slightly complicated finances. Cash App Taxes is our go-to recommendation for 2022. It supports most tax situations except K-1 income or multi-state filing. You're going to want a more robust software anyway for those complex situations. Our runner-up, Free Tax USA. They offer free federal filing for everybody, but require you to pay $14.99 per state. Despite the state filing fee, Free Tax USA is the quintessential bargain software. It's relatively easy to use, and it has an option to upgrade for pro support. The option means filers can ask a tax expert for tax questions before filing. Free Tax USA a little bit clunkier and can be a bit more difficult to navigate compared with top-flight software like H&R Block, TurboTax, and TaxSlayer. That said, the price is right, and it's easy enough for people with typical income and expenses. Moving on to our best tax software for student loan borrowers. Our winner? TurboTax Free. In 2022, TurboTax offers free filing for anyone with student loan interest. Very cool. Filers who qualify can just snap a picture of their W-2 and update the 1098-E form from their student loan company. If they do this by February 15th, by the way, an enrolled agent will file taxes for them. Wow! However, you need to watch out for some gotchas. If you paid for dependent care expenses, other education expenses, contributed to a traditional IRA or a health savings account, or even had charitable contributions, you're going to want to skip TurboTax Free this year. Trust me. Our runner-up? H&R Block Free. Here they are again. They continue to support student loan interest and other educational credits on their free tier. Very easy to use, makes tax filing a snap. However, there's some gotchas. Most major credit cards and deductions aren't supported at this level. People who contributed to an HSA, traditional IRA, anyone with dependent care expenses, those who made charitable contributions, all of that you're going to need to upgrade. Our second runner-up, if you will, Cash App taxes. Cash App taxes isn't as easy to use as TurboTax or H&R Block, but they do support more income and expenses, and of course, as we've said it multiple times, free! If you have self-employment income or some other credits to claim, Cash App taxes is likely to be better for you. Now, we move on to best tax filing software for cryptocurrency traders. Yes! The IRS released some guidance for crypto investments in 2014, but it only clarified guidance starting in 2019. The tax software system's kind of still playing catch-up to help crypto traders, and few seem to offer integrations that make it easier. While every tax software we reviewed had some basic questions about crypto, most did not offer easy integrations with crypto wallets or exchanges. Our recommendations are limited to the software where we could figure out actually how to upload an IRS Form 8949 directly into the software. With that said, our winner for this? TurboTax Premier. TurboTax makes it easy for Coinbase customers to import transactions into the software. Once you import, TurboTax does the math to help you declare profits and losses. Thank you. As of this point in the year, TurboTax is the only major tax software service to create this partnership. You're going to need to upgrade to TurboTax Premier level to access. Now, TurboTax also allows users to upload spreadsheet versions of IRS Form 8949. Filers who use a tax liability calculator will be able to directly import their reports into TurboTax. Our runner-up for this? Tax Act Premier. So Tax Act doesn't have a lot of quality integrations, but it does have a backdoor method for calculating crypto-related capital gains. Filers can attach IRS Form 8949, then they can just summarize their total capital gains in a single line. This, admittedly, feels like you're purposely breaking the software, but it's a method advocated by both Tax Act and the tax liability calculators. Speaking of tax liability calculators, these are the best calculators, I should say, for crypto and NFT traders. The best tax liability calculators are a new category in 2022. These aren't tax filing tools per se. Instead, they calculate the tax liability associated with crypto and NFT activity, income, and trading. These tools generate IRS Form 8949, which is required for calculating capital gains on trades. They also generate other reports for crypto income from staking, mining, and lending. Our winner? Zen Ledger. Zen Ledger offers both CeFi, centralized finance, and DeFi, decentralized finance support. Its free option supports up to 25 transactions, and the free offering is actually ideal for people who kind of dabbled in a few trades here and there over the past year. DeFi, staking, mining income aren't supported until the premium tier, which costs $149 per filing year. Our runner-up for this new category? CryptoTrader.tax. CryptoTrader.tax is specifically virtual currency trades. The software generates IRS Form 8949, necessary for filing taxes, of course. It also creates detailed reports that explain how it calculates total taxes due. Once you have your Form 8949, you can import the file into TurboTax or Tax Act. Traders with just a few trades might opt to manually transfer the trade information into another software. Think Cash App taxes. The day trader tier of CryptoTrader.tax is designed for people with 100 to 1,500 transactions. At $99, this is a great deal. Right now, CryptoTrader.tax has limited support for DeFi activity, like NFT trading. Our runner-up? No, second runner-up. TaxBit. TaxBit offers tax liability calculations for tax time and a whole lot more. The company's real-time helps crypto traders see their full portfolio value, and it also shows the taxable gains associated with their trading activity. Traders who have struggled to stay on top of their taxable liabilities should consider TaxBit. Now, our best tax software for stock market investors. Filers who only place a few trades a year have several options for this. TaxHawk or Cash App Tax can easily handle these situations. However, people who trade more than 100 positions per year, they're not going to want to manually enter all those trades. Our two preferred providers are the most expensive, however, but they do make filing simple for stock market investors, so it's well worth it. Our winner in this category, H&R Block Premium. H&R Block Premium allows users to upload tax forms from their brokerages. H&R Block will then use those forms to figure out the filer's taxable income. You also import up to 500 stock trade transactions per brokerage, 1099-B forms. Then, H&R Block takes on the burden of calculating your capital gains taxes. H&R Block Premium, not cheap, but the time savings, well worth the price. Our runner-up, TurboTax Premier. You could have probably guessed it. TurboTax offers similar functionality as H&R Block. They integrate with tons of brokerages, which makes filing very easy. And the point-and-click interface offers superior usability compared to H&R Block's interface. However, the enhanced usability fails to justify the higher price tag. Most users save money by using H&R Block Premium. Just something to consider. All right, now, taking a look at best tax software for landlords. Landlords have some of the most complicated returns, along with business owners, of course. Keeping track of income, expenses, depreciation can be tedious, but they're essential for tax time. So we looked for software that makes calculating depreciation easy. There's also some preference given to software that allows filers to import from the previous year's taxes. The prior year's numbers help landlords see whether variances from the previous year's numbers make sense or are due to miskeying information. Our winner? TaxSlayer Classic. TaxSlayer Classic supports all major tax forms, including Schedule E for rental income. Landlords are going to appreciate TaxSlayer's easy-to-use interface and, of course, the jargon-free articles that explain how deductions can be claimed. Landlords who have specific questions can upgrade to TaxSlayer Premium to ask a professional how certain expenses should be classified. TaxSlayer supports competitor imports, and it has excellent summary sections that make reviewing very easy. Our runner-up in this category? Cash App Taxes. Man, these guys are good. Although Tax App Cash Taxes is free, it has a robust depreciation calculator that makes claiming rental income very simple. Landlords can use the guided interface to accurately claim legitimate deductions and depreciation. You can also import prior year information from H&R Block, TurboTax, TaxAct, and Credit Karma Tax, which is Cash App Taxes now. This makes it so easy to compare year-over-year claims. Very cool. Our best tax software for side hustlers. This year, we're separating side hustlers from small business owners because there's a difference. We've been noticing in how returns can be handled for each. Side hustlers, in our tax definition, are people who are working in the gig economy on the side or have small income on the side from selling stuff on eBay, stuff like that. Now, the interesting thing about side hustlers is that they use different expense tracking apps like Everlance, and they may be eligible to file a Schedule CEZ. Our winner? Cash App Taxes. Again! Buy a bigger trophy case, guys. So Cash App Taxes allows side hustlers to prepare their tax returns for free, of course. Filers can't import information. The software serves up helpful info bubbles, though, throughout the software to just kind of smooth the filing experience. The free price tag and usability make Cash App Taxes a fantastic choice for side hustlers who don't have complicated expenses to handle. Our runner-up? TaxSlayer Classic. They give users access to all the forms at the Classic level. Given the low price point and the extremely robust software, this is a great deal. Unfortunately, the Classic level doesn't include pro support or audit defense, but it's a great deal for filers who want a great user interface but just don't need the extras. Don't forget about bookkeeping apps. No discussion about tax filing is complete without discussing bookkeeping apps. If you keep good records, it's easy to file a Schedule C for your side business. The two apps that I use are Tiller Money for expense tracking and Everlance for mileage tracking. If you don't have a bookkeeping option, I strongly recommend these two apps. So last year, we reviewed Keeper Tax for the first time. The text message-based interface is perfect for people who hate bookkeeping. The $11 a month subscription includes access to a bookkeeper who manually reviews expenses for you. And then at tax time, you can pay $39 for a summarized expense report. Super easy. That leads us to now our best tax software for self-employed business owners. Small business owners have a lot to think about when it comes to their tax returns. Beyond just entering income and expenses, there are considerations around the business structure, asset depreciation, individual retirement plans, and more. While many small business owners would likely benefit from an accountant, those that want to DIY it need to have software that's up for the challenge. Our winner for this, TaxSlayer Self-Employed. So TaxSlayer offers premium tax filing software at much lower price point than H&R Block and TurboTax. The low price point and excellent articles make it the best tax software for self-employed small business owners. Small business owners who need to categorize unique expenses can get on the phone with a self-employment expert. TaxSlayer is about 2/3 the price of our runner-up and offers more valuable perks. Think about that. TaxSlayer does not automatically generate W-2 or 1099 NEC forms for employees, though. Small business owners who need these forms might consider TurboTax instead. Great segue, because they are our runner-up, TurboTax Self-Employed. TurboTax, of course, easy-to-use interface and connectivity with QuickBooks. It allows self-employed people to figure out the maximum contribution they can make to a solo 401k. Unfortunately, one of our favorite freebies, free access to QuickBooks, is gone this year. Without this freebie, TurboTax Self-Employed isn't as compelling as some other options. However, TurboTax Self-Employed allows filers to print employee W-2 or contractor 1099 NEC forms. This makes it the best option for filers who have employees. Our best value for experienced filers is up next. Experienced filers don't necessarily need guidance to get through their taxes. These filers may just need the forms, some calculators to help them through the tough parts. So these are bargain software options for people who kind of know what they're doing. Winner, Cash App Taxes. Again, how many gold medals do they have now? Cash App Taxes is completely free and, of course, amazing software for experienced filers and beginning filers alike. It's not ideal for active traders, but most other filers will be able to use it. The one drawback, to Cash App Taxes is that it doesn't cover all situations. If you moved in the middle of the year, maybe you have a K-1 form or some foreign investments, you're going to need to consider other options. Our runner-up in this category, Free Tax USA. Free Tax USA isn't premium software by any means, but it's relatively easy to use. Plus, it offers access to all major tax forms. Federal filing, always free. State filing, $14.99. Not bad. The company also offers pro support as an upgrade. This allows experienced filers to pay to have their personal tax questions answered. Experienced tax filers will find that Free Tax USA's organization will help them jump around and complete filing in short order. Our best tax support from the pros. Okay. Tax filing time can be a challenge, especially for filers facing some new situations. So trying to figure out what you can legally deduct is important, but tax filers end up overpaying to have pros file their taxes for them. So we're recommending companies that offer Ask a Tax Pro options for their online filers, sometimes called Live Assist. These companies allow filers to set appointments to get their personalized tax questions answered. Our winner? TaxHawk Pro Support. This tier costs just $24.99. State filing $14.99. Now that's not bad, because it involves unlimited phone, live chat, or screen share support with a tax expert. If you've got questions, these experts can give you an answer. TaxHawk's pricing and support options are tough to beat. Our runner-up? TaxSlayer Premium. TaxSlayer Premium is a moderately priced software with massive value for filers looking for support. It comes with unlimited Ask a Tax Pro options where you can get support from a tax professional, either an enrolled agent or a CPA. It also comes with audit defense too, and unlimited tech support. Our best virtual tax preparation. Pretty cool category. If you've barely left your house since March, the idea of making an appointment to do your taxes is not something you might be eager to do yet. Well, thankfully, companies are responding to the pandemic, the ongoing pandemic, I should say, and offering virtual tax prep. So I suspect this is going to be a trend that's going to stick around for a while still. Our winner, TurboTax Full Service. This option gives users the ability to upload tax documents and then have a tax pro take it from there. The pricing is as low as we've seen, and the service gets rave reviews. If you prefer not to file your own taxes, take advantage of TurboTax's full service option. This option is free for qualified filers who complete their taxes by February 15th, 2022. You know what they say about the early bird, don't ya? You get the worm, my friend. You get the worm. Or in this case, TurboTax's full service option. But not so fast. We have two winners in this category. H&R Block Virtual. Upload your documents to their secure online portal, and a CPA or enrolled agent will handle it from there, just like TurboTax. The software is even going to provide an estimated time until completion when you select your tax professional. You may need to answer a few questions via phone or email, but the process is simple compared with filing yourself. Historically, this offering has been more expensive than TurboTax's comparable service, especially when you're self-employed. Now let's take a look at the best for people seeking a refund anticipation loan. If you need your refund to pay the bills, a tax refund anticipation loan might be on your radar. Unfortunately, too many lenders will charge high interest rates to give you an advance for a few weeks. We don't recommend a tax refund anticipation loan at all, but filers who qualify may appreciate TurboTax's interest-free option. And that is our winner, TurboTax. They are the only major filing company issuing tax advance loans this year. Filers can qualify for up to $3,000 in loans, which will be available on a debit card within 5 to 10 days of applying. You'll also be auto-approved, assuming you file through TurboTax. Here's what you need to know about TurboTax's advance. 0% interest, there are no fees, and there are 10 loan amounts. Approval is based on your refund amount. There are same-day approvals, and the advance is issued on a Credit Karma Visa debit card. And that is our show for today. Best tax software for 2022. So what's changed in the rankings this year? Well, this year, TaxSlayer and Cash App Taxes, took over several places that were previously occupied by H&R Block's paid products. In most cases, these swaps don't indicate that the newcomer is superior in every way to H&R Block. Rather, they indicate that the new product offers a good experience at a better price point. We also swapped out our best overall ranking for a best utility. Filers who have income, deductions, and credits on multiple schedules need software that simplifies filing across the board. This new category recognizes this need. The last major change is the addition of the best tax liability calculators for crypto and NFT traders. The tax filing companies aren't building out APIs to calculate price changes for tax filers. For the foreseeable future, crypto tax filers are going to need to calculate their liability on their own. So these calculators just make it so much easier to calculate your burdens from crypto activity. And some quick final thoughts as we wrap this thing up. As you can see, there really is no blanket best tax software. It all depends on what you have on your tax return, because each software program tries to pick a niche and own it. Given the strange year we've had, the strange couple of years, it's no surprise to see some big shakeups among the superlatives. We're excited to see more bargain software companies take home the best options this year. Very cool. Also note, prices and deals are going to change throughout the tax season. They always do. So we try our best to assess, but things do change as the season goes on. So if you see any changes, please let us know. You can just contact us by looking at this article at thecollegeinvestor.com. Just copy and paste the title of the podcast into the search bar, and you'll find it. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and we will talk to you again real soon. Happy tax season to you, said no one ever, except right now.